Across Canada, local governments like ours are facing significant financial pressures as we fight to ensure health orders from senior governments are enforced. COVID-19 has been tough on our city. Like many businesses losing customers, many city revenue sources have evaporated, and we've closed community services to heed calls to comply with physical distancing orders. This means we're facing a serious gap in funding at City Hall, something we will not be able to make up in the near future. 2 weeks ago, I joined Metro mayors to call on the province to make 2 key changes that would help shore up our finances and support residences, and I'll reiterate these today. First, we call on the province to expand the provincial property tax deferment program. This is our top ask. Under the current program, the province provides applicants such as seniors with low-interest loans while providing municipalities with direct funds to cover deferred property taxes. We need this program extended to include all residents, businesses, and nonprofit agencies experiencing financial hardship. This would provide immediate support for the thousands of Vancouver homeowners, business owners, and nonprofits who will soon be faced with defaulting on their taxes if we do not find a way to help. Many homeowners are small business owners who have seen their stores shuttered over the last several weeks. Others have watched as the volatility in the financial markets have rapidly eroded their savings and undermined their ability to pay bills. And I don't need to point out that most nonprofits operate on a shoestring budget, so a shock like COVID-19 could be a death sentence unless we act now. Second, I'm also asking the province to delay remittance of non-city property tax items that we collect on behalf of others until the payments are received by taxpayers. This includes provincial school taxes, TransLink fees, and Metro Vancouver fees that we cannot afford to finance on our own. We would not be asking for this if it wasn't for the dire financial situation we find ourselves in. The City of Vancouver has already taken action to try and stem our losses, including issuing temporary layoff notices to 1,500 staff, restrictions on new hiring and travel, cost and spending reductions, and a capital spending review. But the fact of the matter is that we are still losing millions of dollars a week. Between March and May 2020, we expect to see a 50% reduction in non-city property tax revenues, such as rentals, community center fees, parking, and other important revenue sources. That equates to $4 to $5 million per week in lost revenues. We are also incurring costs to respond to the crisis, including our focus on protecting the vulnerable population in the downtown east side. And that doesn't yet take into account what would happen in the event that thousands of property taxpayers begin to default. That's why my third request to the province is to commit to providing an initial direct grant of up to $200 million to the City of Vancouver. An emergency grant will help the City of Vancouver continue to maintain essential services and public safety while also continuing to support vulnerable residents. In addition, as the economic engine of our province, it will ensure the city is ready to help lead British Columbia when the time comes for economic recovery. This $200 million figure comes from this morning's City Manager's report detailing projections based on 3 different scenarios of how the COVID-19 pandemic will play out locally, depending on how long public health restrictions remain in effect. The first scenario assumes restrictions are lifted at the end of May and a 3-month recovery period. The second scenario assumes restrictions are lifted at the end of August and a 6-month recovery period. The third scenario assumes restrictions are lifted at the end of December and that the recovery period extends into 2021.